If he orders people to kill, they kill. If he orders, we're sober. The wine doesn't have no power over us. The king doesn't have any power over us. You know why? Because a ruler is not a terror unto good works. Neither does a woman have power over us, because we know she's the weaker vessel, and we ain't going to put any other thing above the Lord, our power. Our first love is YAHAWASHI. We are his woman. Okay? And our woman is wisdom. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 40.
All right, AHTHAM. This is going to be part 2. I'm just going to get it set up. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Yeah.
About right. Let me end with it, too. Say about right. There. Yep. Right. There. All right, Shalawam AHTHAM. This will be part 2. All right, to truth. What is strongest amongst men? Shalawam. Enjoy. Giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM QADASH, by whom we do function, double honors. Once again, unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well and continue to do so. Salutations, peace, and blessings unto the hopeful elected house of David. To you brothers out there fighting this good fight of faith, keep it up. To you sisters doing that which is becoming of women, Shalawam. And to those that are addicted unto this ministry, I say, Shalawam. Enjoy. Shalawam.
Everything else they have taken in battle. Farmers do not go out to war, but even they bring to the emperor a part of everything that they harvest.
Well, let me go
let
me go to the strength of wine, because it's already getting into the king. Let's go to the wine. I don't think we got that whole full thing yet. There we go. Right there. Shalom.
Drunk it. You see, now that's power. You would think, okay, that's power. And it does have power, wine and strong drink, but it's not the most powerful in the world. It says it has exactly the same effect on everyone, king or orphan, slave or free, rich or poor. It makes every thought happy and carefree. It makes one forget every sorrow and responsibility. It makes everyone feel rich, ignore the power of the kings and officials, and talk as if he owned the whole world. When men drink wine, they forget who their friends and neighbors are. And then they are soon drawing their swords to fight them. Then, when they sober up, they don't remember what they have done. Gentlemen, he concluded, if wine makes men act in this way, it certainly must be the strongest thing in the world. Now you would think that. And it has its strength, and it has taken down many of our people. But understand, brothers, to be sober, as we read, that is a thing you must do. You must drink of these waters. All right, and believe on the scriptures. Believe what the scriptures have said about our Messiah. And out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. And we will drink of that living water and will never thirst again. But yet there is a thirsting and hungering for righteousness. And the Lord promised us that we would be filled. All right, now let's go to the next chapter. It says the bodyguard who had written about the strength of the emperor spoke next. Gentlemen, he began, nothing in the world is stronger than men, since they rule over land and sea, and, in fact, over everything in the world. But the emperor is the strongest of them all. He is their Lord and Master, and men obey him, no matter what he commands. If he tells them to make war on one another, they do it. If he sends them out against his enemies, they go. Even if they have to break down mountains, walls, and towers, they may kill or be killed, but they never disobey the emperor's orders. If they are victorious, they bring him all their loot and everything else they have taken in battle. Farmers do not go out to war, but even they bring to the emperor a part of everything that they harvest, and they compel one another to pay taxes to the emperor. Although the emperor is only one man, if he orders people to kill, they kill. If he orders them to set prisoners free, they do it. If he orders them to attack, they do. If he orders destruction, they destroy. If he orders them to build, they build. If he orders crops to be destroyed or fields to be planted, it is done. Everybody, soldier or civilian, obeys the emperor. And when he sits down to eat or drink and then falls asleep, his servant stands guard around him without being able to go and take care of their own affairs, for they never disobey him. Gentlemen, he concluded, since people obey the emperor like this, or the king, certainly nothing in the world is stronger than he is. That's it, man. So you think, okay, the king is the strongest of all. But it said many of renown have been, many kings have been set down. And one that was never thought of have won the crown, right? So empires rise and fall like the winter wheat. Men rise and fall like the winter wheat. All right? So you think the king is the most powerful. Look at this fierce king, DJ Trump. People fear what he's doing, and there's people under his control. And what he says goes according to executive order, and bypassing and overruling the courts. This man has power, but that power can fade because this man also is mortal and could die. So the king does not have full power. And you also have to understand that a ruler is not a terror unto good work. So good men, the prophets, the men of the Lord are not, they have no fear of the king himself. Now let's go into the three holy sons. They defied the order of Nebuchadnezzar before they were thrown into a furnace, but they deny his command. Now let's get up out of there and let's go here. Let's go to the book of Daniel real quick. Furnace. There we are. Okay, not bad. Furnace. Okay. I'll start. Daniel 3 and 11. Start there. Work our way down. Daniel 3 and 11. And whoso falleth not down and worship it, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews that have set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? You see that? He got boastful and proud, saying, who is that power? Who's that God that can deliver you out of the hands, my hands, so to speak? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God, YAHAWASHI, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. See? So they went against the decree of the king. Was he strongest? No, because they trusted in the Lord our power, the power of truth. See that? Now we're going to go into the next thing that is strongest, and we're going to see what's really going on. All right? This is verse 13. The bodyguard who had written about women and the truth. It was Zerubbabel. Spoke last. Gentlemen, he began, the emperor is certainly powerful. Men are numerous and wine is strong. But who rules and controls them all? It is women. Women gave birth to the emperor and all the men who rule over land and sea. Women brought them into the world. Women brought up the men who planted the vineyards from which wine comes. Women make the clothes that men wear. Women bring honor to men. In fact, without women, men couldn't live. To the point of it has to be a man and a woman to bring forth life, so to speak. So it ain't like, oh, without the women, we just can't live, or we can't live without them. In a sense, that too. But ultimately, the physical reason why a woman is present, to bear the seed of man. All right? There you go. Life is in the man's scrotum, or his sac, or his family jewels, and he pushes that life into the woman to incubate and cultivate the seed, whether it be a man child or female, and they come forth. Hence, life. Men may accumulate silver or gold or other beautiful things, but if they see a woman with a pretty face or a good figure, there you go, they will leave it all to gape and stare, and they will desire her more than their wealth. A man will leave his own father who brought him up, and leave his own country to get married. He will forget his father, his mother, and his country to spend the rest of his life with his wife. You see that? You were right, master. It was a trap set out by the Sith, and I ran headlong into it. But I emerged victorious. The only way you're going to emerge victorious beyond the wine, the power of the king, and women will be your trust, belief, faith, and fear in YAHAWASHI, because through that faith, we have the victory over this world, because many great men in our history fell by way of the woman, and men in general. And how much more in this time will men fall? The main woman we're going after is wisdom, and she is completely in love with the men that the Lord have set up and bestowed this precious gift upon, the treasure in earthen vessels. All right, because wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. All right, and wisdom is as a woman for the beauty, because man loveth nothing better. All right, just as Zerubbabel explained, men see a pretty face and a good figure, well, they'll give up their riches for that. Now we see a pretty face and figure, but we're never going to give up what the power of truth has given us in the truth that has literally freed us, sobered us up, and gave us no terror of the rulers that be, because we do good works. How about that? It says, so you must recognize that women are your masters. Don't you work and sweat and then take all that you have earned and give it to your wives? A man will take his sword and go out to attack, rob and steal, and sail the seas and rivers. He may have to face lions or travel in the dark, but when he has robbed, stolen, and plundered, he will bring the loot home to the woman he loves. Man, but the power of truth, our God, YAHAWASHI, allows us to bypass all of this, because we could have been caught in these things. Certain of our people are just on the street, drunk out of their mind, just bugging out. Or they're drunk off philosophy and they're just lost. Or certain of our people are afraid of the king. They're afraid to whisper the damn name. They're afraid to whisper the white man. They got to whisper the shit. Like, come on, just say it. Who's the devil? They can't even say it because this man is the king over the earth at this time. All right? In the time of these kings will the Lord set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed. And the Lord said he reproved kings for our sakes, the sake of the elect and the sake of the men of the Lord. So we don't even fear the king, because we know there's an authority above them. Even our king, our Lord, our Father, even Yahawah, and our king, the King of Kings, our Savior, YAHAWASHI. We look to them. We go above the authority that is on the earth to the authority that's in the heavens. For he ruleth in the kingdom of men, even our power, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. So what we do now, all that, the loot or whatever these men plundered for the woman that they love at home, our love transferred from our love of the woman, or even our seeds, our children, even our own life, to the love of the Lord, YAHWAH. Okay, what is strongest amongst men? Love is the only thing that can transcend both time and space. We love certain people that have died, people that have been, long ago, centuries ago. What the Lord did over 2,000 years ago, we understand what he did, and we love that in which he did, and we love him, though we have not seen him with bodily eyes. We believe the things which he said and which he did, and what was wrote about him and spoken about him and scribed down. That's the power of love. See, our love is transferred from our own life, from the woman, from our children even, from just the pride of life or whatever, to loving YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI. But there is still power. And many men have been taken by this woman. Women is literally the thing right under the truth. Many men have been taken by the woman. Whether it be philosophy or the actual woman, many men have fallen by way of the woman. Come on now. And that's a very strong presence in this world today. Look how much power the women have over these men, these simps, and these clowns out here. And certain brothers, we've been heartbroken. We just got to keep moving and get over it. And if it's the Lord's will to return these women back unto us, because maybe we were giving too much time to them, the Lord takes them away and he'll bring them back if they're meant for us. If not, we just got to keep on moving. All right? It says, a man loves his wife more than his parents. Some men are driven out of their minds on account of a woman, and others become slaves for the sake of a woman. And we see that in our world today. See? Man, it's a very powerful thing, but it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Oh, real quick. The Lord have given us wisdom, and then wisdom keeps us from the strange woman. Let me get that real quick. Strange woman. The Lord could have made us fall by the power of wine, but we are sober in the spirit, and we're also sober in physical form. Now, ain't nothing wrong with drinking, but brothers have a balance to it. These people in this world, they just bugged out. They're so distraught and so bombarded with despair and just giving up and having no hope that they're literally given to the bottle. And the bottle ends up killing them. Because, they get their liver is lost and they just phase out. They fade out. Then you have the power of the king. Many of our people have been incarcerated and are under the shadow of this empire or this man, Esau Edom, the super clean white man, his people, and the heathen and whoever else that's in authority. It has a power over their lives. And they're stuck in that and within that system, in which there is no escape. To them, there is an escape. The Lord brought us out of an horrible pit. The Lord brings us out of this system. And he does not make us fear the rule or command of a king, because we trust in him. He will deliver us. And that's what the Lord did for the three holy sons during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, when he threw them into a furnace of fire, intending to kill them. But the power of the Lord intended to save them. How about that? Now, this is the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 22 and 14. The mouth of a strange woman is a deep pit. That's where a lot of our people have found themselves in. Literally the actual grave. Many men have gone out of their wits for women and died on their behalf. And thine heart shall utter perverse salaki. The mouth of the strange woman is a deep pit. He that is a horde of the Lord Yahweh shall fall therein. Ooh, man. Proverbs 23 and 33. Thine eye shall behold strange women, these different philosophies. And thine heart, your mind, shall utter perverse things. Now you're speaking gibberish. You're speaking nonsense. All right? Let me get real quick. from the strange. Keep thee. Let me get that real quick. Keep thee. Proverbs again. Let's get it. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. Bear with me. Proverbs 6:24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. That's what wisdom can do for you. All right? The evil woman is the whore that sitteth upon the beast, Babylon the Great. That's taken a lot of our people. And now our people, they were taken by the flattery. Just like during the time of Antiochus or Antiochus Epiphanes, he pretty much like lied to our people, flattered them. And it said once our people gave him credence, he fell upon the city and smote it very sore. See? Our people believed in whatever the hell he was talking about. They were allured by that strange woman, that evil woman. And by that same sentiment, you were destroyed. Now, this is the point I wanted to get right here. Let's go to Proverbs 7. It's Proverbs 7. And start of verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live. And my laws are as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy finger. Write them upon the table of thine heart, your mind. Say unto wisdom, which is as a woman, which is the spirit of Mashiach, thou art my sister. Somebody that's very close to you. All right? By blood. So pretty much we're connected to the Lord and his wisdom in the sense of lineage, family. Bone of our bone, flesh of our flesh is the Lord. He's among us. He's with us. He's for us. And call understanding thy kinswoman. The understanding that the Lord have given us is as a kinswoman. Somebody that's very close to you and won't do you harm in the sense of the word, that they may keep thee from the strange woman. See, wisdom does that for us, to keep us from the strange women, from the philosophies, and even actual women that do us no good. All right? That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. See? Man, that's it. Let's go back here. Reading on, it says, others have been put to death, have ruined their lives, or have committed crimes because of a woman. So now do you believe me? The emperor's power is certainly great. No nation has the courage to attack him. But once I saw him with Apame, his concubine, the daughter of the famous Bartacus. While sitting at the emperor's right, she took his crown off his head, put it on her own, and then slapped his face with her left hand. All the emperor did was look at her with his mouth open. Whenever she smiles at him, he smiles back. And when she gets angry with him, he flatters her and teases her until she is in a good mood again. Gentlemen, if woman can do all that, surely there can be nothing stronger in the world. The emperor and his officials just looked at one another. Then Zerubbabel began to speak about truth.
And I'm going to end it right there for you, Akim. This will be part 2. I'm going to come with a part 3. All right. Well, as one of you are edified thus far, hey, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, by whom we do function, double honors, unto our apostles and elders, once again, that rule well, all right, and continue to do so, at great millstone, that are steering a mighty and good ship, and we on to the next one. Lord's willing, I catch you brothers, and you Akim, you believers, you listeners, on the next one. This has been part 2, expected part 3. And with that, I say Shalawam, on to the next one. YAHAWASHI, BARAK, AHTHAM. Shalom.